Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A.S.M Sekai. And we are your host, the addicts themselves, Amit,
Yeah,
Suhel,
we
Moto. Please make sure to show your support by following us at Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, A.S.M Sekai. That's the handle. And follow us also and show us your support and love on Patreon. We appreciate your love. Hey everybody, and welcome to the podcast today, where we're going to be talking about Last of Us. It's Last of Us Monday. Our sole purpose is to make your addiction, your anime, your show, your movie addiction even worse and ease your life while you shit. Shitting is one of the most key components, and the more comfier the shit, the better the ease your day will be. And we, your hosts, would love to deliver this joyful experience you're having right now on this beautiful night after we watched Last of Us yesterday. I am your host, Suhel, and as always, we're joined by the wonderful co-host Moto. Moto, how'd you like Last of
up,
Us?
man. Yeah, everything's good so far.
Everything's good so far.
so I, I think it's important to point out I am not a gamer of this. So I have never played. So everything is completely new and surprise. And yeah, the range of the show continues to impress me. I think that's the kind of theme because again, it's always different ways to get your emotion going. Whether it's laughter to crying, but it hasn't been like repeated. From episode 1 all the way to episode 6. Maybe some repeat where death is pretty brutal, but I think yeah, it's been hitting on everything so
But
far.
can
Music.
can you can you really say that death is repeated in a world that is basically inspired by death?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It hasn't really repeated similar type of death. It
Oh,
might be
okay.
foreshadowing into in the future episodes, but like you look at the first death to second death, with Tess, first Sarah, Tess,
Henry,
then you
Sam,
had Bill and Frank,
Henry, Sam.
which was yeah, and Henry and Sam, and everyone kind of hits differently. It hits a different tone. Like all death are sad, but like you kind of Bill and Frank one, like you kind of like, oh, that's a good way to go out in a dystopian world, right?
So
That's
not all deaths are equal.
right, right, and it all brings a different purpose. Sarah's death was more foundation for Joel, and Henry and Sam probably more, for Ellie. Because initially I was thinking like, oh, Ellie's gonna help Joel open up more and more, and he has. But there's a big chunk where Ellie's becoming more and more like Joel, right? Like that's the interesting thing because for some reason when I first started watching, I thought it was just the one direction, but it's actually both direction. So it's the character development of that is very nice.
Well, I feel like they're both bringing each other's personality and survival skills into, like, they're mimicking each other, because when we meet Joel in the beginning, and I'm not talking about just as a game, I'm talking strictly as a show. When we meet Joel in the beginning, he's this guy who has his own code. He is this rugged dude that is, say you somebody you could rely on if you're outside in the field. He has killed a lot of people apparently, and
Yeah.
he can handle himself, and whoever's around him is usually safer than they're not. So you meet this guy who has no emotional capacity, further than, I guess, Tess would be his, somebody that he can trust, somebody he can, like, that can look out for his six. And also they both have needs, okay, adult needs they have. So I don't think his Tess's death hits him as hard, let's just say, God forbid, if anything happens to Ellie, I think that would hit him harder because to
Oh yeah, that would
him,
be
to him, his biggest regret is failing as a father. Like
yeah.
you could
And
tell him.
which
And what this episode beautifully showed is his anxiety, his
right,
his panic attacks, how the thought
right.
process of him not being good enough and him being scared, and you could see it. I really like how they generalize and just show it, and how they're focusing. It's like beautiful to tell. There's so much being said without words in this show, and I feel like the
Yeah,
director is very understanding of what the viewer needs to understand. It's not the words saying, "Oh my God, I'm scared." It's the expression saying, "I am terrified." And when you see in the beginning of six, when Tommy's what Maria's crew finds Joel and Ellie, they have the guns pointed and the dog is sniffing, and we're bored going to the suspense, and we're thinking, we're not us as a viewer, we're thinking, hey, this is a good time where, what if you got bit? Does the dog smell being bit? Or does it just, smell being infected? So we were getting our answers at the same time. We were going through questions. At the same time, we're seeing Joel break his character. Like, he's going from this macho kind of dude. I know it's a very weird way of saying it. Like, this guy with the ego to somebody who's breaking down layers and becoming a dad again. And you see that. And it's such a beautiful thing to see. At the same time, you see Ellie finding this unspoken bond relationship, somebody she looks up to. She's like having a blast with somebody she trusts blindly. At the moment he turns around, she's like looking for him and asking for approval like a child would.
yeah,
And
definitely.
as a father and like a girl dad, I'm watching all that and I'm just putting everything together. I'm like, the show is doing such a better job explaining their
Joel.
personalities more. Their personalities more.
Yeah,
The game, it does dive into it. But also I played this game many, many, many years ago, and the graphics weren't too par to what this is. And I feel like the game doesn't go more detailed into characters' depth, like especially expressions, since we're not zoomed into it. It's more of, so you're surviving the world, living through these characters. But right now you're watching them. So as we're watching them, we're watching and understanding their evolution, and I'm loving every single second.
yeah. I mean, like, there's so much, changes you could see from Joel, Ellie, and their interaction, right? So all those factors are, slowly coming down. Onion peel, not oil peel, onion peel. And it's really interesting to see, right? Just the reliance that you could kind of see with Ellie, you know, where Joel just falls asleep and Ellie takes over. And so
Um,
you don't really see, you see the 3 months, but you see that, she's like, yeah, you taught me all these things. I could do it, like, so it's amazing, like, story of, growth and development from like every angle you see. So it's it's a great storytelling, man. I just love it. Again, it hits every range that you could think of.
yeah.
It's funny at times. And then yeah, this episode again it hits differently because it's finally like Joel and Ellie opening up to each other, right? The whole Sarah conversation happened, which is like, damn, don't go there, don't go there. Yep,
No,
she went.
but the part also was like, when when Ellie finds out about Sarah, this whole time she was spending time with him, and once she finds out, she kind of understood him. And
Yeah, I think so.
then,
Yeah,
but my favorite moment of the entire episode, this actually two, okay, and I'll talk about the first one, and this I thought was the most touching moment of the entire show thus far. It's when he's at the by the horse and he goes, "I'm gonna ask you a choice," and she just throws the bag at him and
oh
goes,
yeah,
"Let's
yeah,
go."
yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
was perfectly done. You didn't need to go more sentimental than that. That like was
Yeah.
that was the spot, and it hit so perfectly, and I was just like, thank you. And I really like I feel like I'm watching Game of Thrones earlier seasons. Like they were beautiful.
Oh,
No,
oh,
no, no.
oh.
But you agree with me in that one.
Yeah,
You agree
yeah,
with is the
yeah.
storytelling of Game of Thrones was captivating. It was not only just the raw dirtiness of the world that we all love. It was the fact that
Oh, it's
these
everything else was what was great about Game of Thrones,
it,
right? The story,
everything,
character. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the scenario, the music, the characters, the story, everything. Last of Us, I feel like is, as a gamer who played this game, I don't think there's any. There can be a more brilliant way to display this and bring it to life. And how Pedro Pascal kills in every single role he does is unbelievable. Like I don't
This
think
is the way.
yeah, Mandalorian he did it. He did it in freaking what you call
Well, he
it.
did in Game of Thrones, right? Like he was he captivated everybody, you
Narcos.
know.
Narcos.
Narcos was
Yeah,
yeah, I haven't really seen it, so I can't really comment on
good.
that one.
I actually started seeing him in Narcos first, and I thought he was good, but then I saw him in Game of Thrones, and I fell in love with this character. And then he is Mando, and he saved probably Star Wars' franchise. That's another topic. Um, and now he's being, and that's the thing. Originally, I was very hesitant on him being Joel because Joel is more um, Joel is bigger. He's bigger and huskier. That's what the yeah.
Yeah,
Same with her, but I was just like, very iffy. Yes, we did see them in roles together. They're killing it. Like
yeah, they are killing it.
absolutely, the chemistry is insane. And then when I do you sit through the makings of the show?
After
Yeah, yeah. Do you sit through it?
I should. No, I don't.
Yo,
I
you should. There's so many information, and when she speaks, her accent, holy shit, it's complete. It's remarkable how much range these actors have and how much training they have to go to understand dialect and accents and to bring them on screen, and you're just like, it's natural. Like she does not sound like that, like at all. Like when you hear her speak, you're like, bro, you're not American, but you're killing it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
there was
really
an interesting conversation of her with one of the talk show, and it's like, yeah, she started learning how to get the right accent with cussing. That's why you hear her cussing a lot in the show.
But I think her cursing in the show is very Ellie like, and she's not like those characters. So Ellie's maturity, especially around the kids that were around her, completely different because they're actually sheltered and they have not known the life outside. While Ellie has been basically surviving since she's young. And let's talk about the preview next. Let's just go towards the preview. Did you see the preview?
Yeah. But one thing about Ellie too, right? She's been like emotionally. I mean, her life's been pretty shitty to say the least, right? I mean, like she said, everybody she cared about has died, and then everybody or left her, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a great statement. And actually, the little bit of preview I saw, I think that kind of goes right into the whole everybody she cared about has died part, right? I mean, there's been hints dropped throughout the show. Episode 2, I think episode 4. You know, who did she shoot first, right? Was she alone in the QZ area? Like, it's pretty hinted, throughout the shows. So, kind of tie into your whole preview thing. That I feel like they're gonna have the current situation and then the past kind of intertwining. I think it'll probably be pretty beautiful, hopefully beautiful, but again, probably tragic end. My guess.
So remember, I was telling you that there are certain things I'm waiting for as a person who played this game. This
Yeah.
I cannot ruin any one of them because I'm loving the fact that you're having this first time experience, and I'm living it through you because I already know what's coming, so my emotional damage level is
Less.
way low because I know exactly what's to come. So I'm already
Right.
mentally prepared. You, on the other hand, have no idea, and you're for a ride, and it's beautiful. Um,
And also like because I'm in that situation most of the time, right? Because I'm the manga leader. and you're the anime watcher,
Oh, well,
right? So
gamer
like,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so oh, I don't, I haven't played too much games anymore, so I don't really keep track of that stuff. So
You
yeah,
go.
it's actually exciting to see what other people say, right? Like when you're in that situation, like when you know what's gonna happen, like oh, like I did that with Smith arc that's coming up.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
JJK, like yo, it's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be good.
The shoes on the other foot now.
Yeah,
No, but so there's this one episode I'm waiting for, and this would set the entire show, so that's not here yet. But this was a
yeah,
very key episode I was waiting for. I wanted to see exactly how they do this part because in the game, same exact thing happens. Joel gets hurt, he gets stabbed or shot. One of them happens, and Ellie takes over, and this flashback happens, and she basically takes over, protects Joel. There's a bunch of shit happens and stuff. Not ruining anything. It's basically it's obviously there. I don't know
yeah,
how they're gonna go with it.
kind of.
I don't know how they're gonna go with it with Joel's thing. He may die, he may live. Who knows? Find out next week.
Hey, he's not. I mean, let's be honest. Like, there's certain show rules, certain anime rules. A character like Joel could die
But not
in the
yet.
finale,
But not yet.
or maybe right before,
Okay.
but not episode 7.
Seven.
Like, there's still 2 more episodes afterwards, and nah. They would change the story to fit him to die later on. Like,
Okay.
it just, yeah.
What if they just drag this episode 7 of Ellie's backstory and episode 8 he dies?
That yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, but Joel's such a
Yeah,
like
you can't see him dying. You don't think the story is complete if he dies.
yeah. I mean, he's yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't
he's
and
also
yeah
no, I agree. He's
yeah. I
also
just
not the
don't no.
type. He's not the type to like keep it incomplete. He has this
Yeah,
vendetta or not vendetta. He has this mission, his sole purpose, the only reason
yeah,
for him to actually live. I think him having Ellie now is like excited him to the fact that he has something to look forward to and live for.
right. He's finally opening back up, right? So not yeah, but yeah, he's not dying in episode 7. I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's not. He's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
not dying then. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, this was one of my. I think this was probably my favorite episode of the series,
Oh
because
shit!
and
Really? Wow.
yes,
Better than 5.
yeah, 5. See, I am more. I played this game, and what I appreciate about this game is this beautiful story.
Yeah. Okay, I
This
got you. Yeah.
story is about second chances in a world that is not forgiving. And I'm very, very like we do anime, we do this for the storytelling. Storytelling is what connects us,
Yeah.
where we connect to the character, and this show excels when it's talk story.
Yeah.
I mean, it excels when it also does killer fucking zombies.
Well,
But
I think they understand what you just said, right? Like I think people sometimes overdo like the whole broader or like zombie part too much. Like let's be like we didn't see any infected this time. We didn't see
yeah.
any clickers. We didn't see bloater. Like we saw a lot of it last time, and that was cool. But like if you look at each episode 4, did we see a infected? I don't recall.
Not. I don't think so. Episode 4 was about them finding Kansas City.
Right, just they got the Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Didn't show that, and then episode 3 was that little scene at the very beginning with Ellie and the
Well, we got
underground, and she
so
stabs the
we realistically have gotten 4 episodes of zombies.
3.
Oh well,
So the introduction,
third one had a
right?
little
The
bit too,
break,
right? Bill and Frank had a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, like there's a TV screen where one gets shot, and then at the very beginning where Ellie stabs the head. Um, but like the
Okay.
second one had a decent amount with the 2 clickers and the whole fight. But I think that's what's really again the balance is fantastic with the show where they don't overdo that where like you see
Like it becomes The
infected.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, like where
Exactly.
it just kind of it
Exactly.
just
They're staying away from the
it,
whole zombie, like the story. Like
and
that's the thing about this game as well. And I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
not only it's all right, it's all right.
But that's where I lost in zombie because I mean Walking Dead is because I felt that show couldn't exist without having a zombie and the vendetta to kill.
Yeah.
With Last of Us, the zombies are secondary, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, and then but they still freak you out. Like when they were in Colorado University, man, I was like, "Ooh, they're gonna pop up. They're gonna pop up, right?" Like the whole time you're thinking they're gonna come out, but they don't come out, and it's completely
Imagine,
fine.
imagine playing this game 3 o'clock in the fucking morning,
Yeah, but god damn it, it's stressing the fuck out of you. But like it's just
bro.
so balanced,
I
right?
used to
Like
have
that's
goosebumps. I was scared shit. I was just like, yo, zombies about to pop out.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you shit your pants when you see a broder coming. God damn, like we haven't seen how he gets killed yet.
Bro, the game is beautiful. Like, I recommend everybody that's a gamer
Yeah.
to play the game. I haven't finished the second part. But this show is. I had high expectation about the show. I had very, very high
I
because
had no expectation.
and the reason because I know what the potential of this game is, and thank you so much HBO, thank you so much for whoever it is doing it, thank you for the creators, Neil. Um, you guys are killing it. I mean, as a viewer, as a fan of entertainment, you can't ask for something better, and I hope it delivers. I hope like the first 6 episodes. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 3 episodes left. I mean, they're setting it up well,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
There's
great,
no
great.
random curveball. We already know how infected, clickers look, so it doesn't look superficial or stupid. Like, a lot of the baseline's already set up. So I think, yeah, I think
I'm
it should be good.
I'm loving the
Not too
pacing.
much to worry.
I'm loving the pacing.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel
yeah,
rushed. It feels like it's taking a good sweet time. Even when they were like, Ellie was sitting in the movies and you could see her, she was agitated. She was very uncomfortable, and you could see they didn't too much focus on it like some other shows do to try to make it more dramatic.
yeah.
They just showed brief moments and then cut the camera
Like, yeah.
into seeing Tommy and Maria and all that stuff, and it's very well crafted. And when Joel broke down,
Oof.
when he broke down, I would just like give this man a
Yeah.
fucking Oscar. Like, just give this dude the thing. Um,
Yeah, he's been killing it. Like, oh god damn.
so
I
what?
can't wait for 7, 8, 9.
So
And
what are your
another thing,
expectation? What are your expectation for next week?
well, I think if I were to continue with the theme of making us cry, because it's so sad.
Well, at this point,
I
making you
think
cry. I already cried.
yeah, I think the flashback obviously is gonna introduce Rayleigh. Is that her? Is that the name?
Rebel.
I,
Riley,
whoever
Riley.
Riley, because she was introduced in season 1, right? Or talked about. I think she's the friend. That
Yes.
probably was in the room where she got infected, and she has to be the one that she kills him.
They grew up.
She
They were in the same concentration type zombie camp, whatever. Together, they grew up
right.
together.
Yeah, so that's my guess is that there's like almost like Godfather 2 where it's like back and forth between the flashback and I feel like Ellie will shoot. That's her first kill, right? Is her at the end of it. That's my guess. And then on the flip side or the current condition, maybe Joel wakes up from, getting stabbed. And so
But
one super sad, one
but
super happy, maybe.
you're forgetting one key thing. This show, and I really love this about this show, it plays very close and true to realism. So
Right.
Joel feeling the poison or infection of the shiv that was stabbed, I think they're gonna also play a part where he's in immense pain and he has lost a lot of blood, and she has to
Also, he's infected.
no, no, no,
he's
no,
infected.
no, not infected. He's more so that Ellie has to go on a
Like,
scavenger hunt to find aid, medical supplies to help him.
right, something, right? Yeah, that part, yeah, I understand. So I don't know what the action that's going to happen, but again, as the
explain
show
it.
progresses,
They explain it
like
in
it's
the
pretty
preview.
obvious, yeah. Ellie's pretty much obviously she wouldn't be able to win a fight, but you could tell like it's pretty obvious that she's
I
picking
don't
up
know.
on things.
She
Right?
saved Joel's life. I don't know. She
What,
did.
what I'm saying, like well, like a hand-to-hand combat, obviously she will get her asses kicked, right? Because she's a little kid. But like she will do what needs to be done. Is basically what I'm saying, right? She's learned a lot from Joel. She understands that Joel has killed, but you know she understands the world, and like so. I think there's one side of that, and the other is a flashback, which we saw in the preview, right? That's the only reason why I'm saying the preview, because obviously that's not current. It can be current
Yeah.
unless she goes all the way back to the camp, which doesn't wouldn't make sense because they're what 5 days away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she said like on the horse, it's like 5 days. Oh, it took us 5 days to get there, so
It
she
was
wouldn't
supposed
be
to take
going
one
back.
week. It would have taken 1 week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so there's no way that she's going all the way back to get help because then it would take more than 10 days. Um, so yeah, he'll be long dead. So she's obviously going to be doing something around the university where those raiders are. So there's obviously, I'm guessing, action happening. But yeah, it's there's got to be something tragic. I just don't see Joel dying. So that would mean that the flashback is where the tearjerker is going to come and like it's going to explain her first kill and who she was with at the what zone? Like she was in a not permitted zone, right? When she was talking with Tess. So
Yeah.
that's my guess. Expectation is gonna
Okay.
be a
Okay.
fantastic episode.
Well,
I'm gonna be crying at the end.
well, next week we'll have more answers. And then we're gonna jump into one more topic before we end today's episode. I have one question though, Moto, before we jump to the final topic. Who will win the fight? Ellie or Takamichi?
Takamichi doesn't win fight.
Exactly. There you go.
Just gets his
Thank
ass
you.
whooped.
That's all I needed. He is a bitch. The worst protagonist. He's one of the worst protagonists. I fucking hate that.
Are you
dude.
watching the second season, by the way?
Of course, I like Mikey. Mikey's awesome. He's such a dope
Okay.
character. Like, yo, he is a protagonist. I guarantee if we do a fan poll, Mikey would win. I don't understand why Takamichi is fucking. Takamichi's not even like he's bottom 5 and he's number 1 in the bottom 5. So I don't know. It sucks. Okay, so let's talk about quickly Blue Lock. What do you think about the anime since you already read the manga?
I mean, it's good. It's one of the better anime. I love the concept of it. Only pet peeve I have is like 3-on-3 soccer, playing all that. Like it won't really make you a better soccer player.
Bro, did Japan go to the quarterfinals?
Huh?
Did Japan go to the...
They didn't do a 3-on-3.
I trust. So I trust Igor, bro. I trust Igor.
No, it's a good show. It has a lot of hype moment. The whole Barrow sequence getting devoured was a great part.
Dope. That was so dope.
That was dope. I enjoyed that part. Bachira is always a fun character, so I'm excited how
I
that
like
interaction.
him. I really like him. He is somebody.
Yeah.
I think he is the most interesting character in the entire show.
Yeah, he's definitely like
And
yeah.
the thing I like about
He doesn't
the
come off striker too, by the way. He comes off more midfield, center midfield.
He comes more of a somebody
Center
that's
passing,
a
yeah.
setter than more of a leader.
Yeah.
But so I'll tell you why I really like this anime. One, soccer is the reason why I'm an anime fan. I love soccer. This anime is unique because not one player is the same. Each player has a certain special set of skills that they all use. For example, Nagi has that touch. Chigiri has that
trapping.
speed. Baro has his animal beast thing. Isaki is adaptation.
Beast.
Yeah, but no, but like it is like all their skills are so different from each other, and the fact that the whole now chemical reaction thing is happening is more to see how dope players can actually play together on one field. To cut it short, it is legit hype. It's purely hype. It's
Oh, say like I don't know if the hype is like the skill they pick is a legitimate skills that you would need in the game of soccer, right?
Yeah.
Trapping, like literally that's a big skill to have. You know, if you have top end speed, that's fucking, you know. You see that Mbappe, right? Like, or at least I remember them playing against I forgot who it was in World Cup, and Mbappe just fucking on the side just takes off, and like he's leaving everyone behind. It's like, damn, that shit. And then you got, you know, Messi with ball handling skills, like you just, you know. So like, yeah, I love the whole like the skill that, you know, they're highlighting different skills, and it's probably tied into a real professional player one way or another. So
Mbappe.
it's really, huh?
Mbappe
Oh,
is Isagi.
you think so?
At this point, Isagi is gonna basically be all for one.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
He's gonna devour everyone.
He's like the mapper, right? Like
I
his
really,
skill is kind of like a center midfielder too, right? Like a guy who could coordinate action.
he's a middle striker. He's definitely a striker, right?
Yeah,
But he's more of a
yeah,
balanced player. He's like
yeah.
Messi.
Who's your favorite? Yeah, who's your? No, 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 no,
Messi's that. Messi's a creator and a
no, no,
create. No, Messi can have his
nah.
Messi's
Messi's yeah,
assists are
Messi's
as
number one
beautiful.
skill. Messi's number one skill set though
Is
is ball
dribbling.
handling.
It's dribbling. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not Isagi though. Isagi's
I
not ball handler.
we haven't seen him yet. I feel
Well,
like he
yeah, we
can.
haven't seen.
He said
But like other players has been identified. I mean, he might absorb or devour or whatever. But
Bakura is
we have.
dribble, right?
I mean, Bachra, yeah,
Bachar, yeah.
Bachra. Is,
He's
yeah, yeah.
he's dribble, right?
He's the dribbler, but he's not much of a striker from what I could tell so far. So far,
I
he might
loved his
have.
story. I loved his story
Yeah.
about the monster.
So which one's your favorite? Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's.
Bachar is
Who's
my
your favorite
favorite.
character? Yeah, I actually think yeah.
See, I like to, and this has always been a problem for me. I like to relate, or I'm attracted to characters that are broken. Like they're not incomplete. They're incomplete. Sorry. So in
Okay.
a sense where like why I like Luffy. Luffy will come out off as this confident, forward-thinking kind of person, but his whole presence is he has this inner ability that he can do for everybody else, and he just has to see it. He's not complete yet. He has a goal to go towards, and once he reaches that goal, his dream, he's complete. Same with Naruto. And that's why I seen Bachara, right?
Bachra, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I seen him, especially his story that came in the new episode, and that like confirmed it. It's just like he's always had that skill, but it was never selfish. He's not selfish. He just wants to have someone he can relate to. He's been lonely, and at the same time he's been lonely,
Well,
just like
he's a
Deku.
superstar. He's a
Just
superstar
he
that
was
expected a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but all he wanted to do, he didn't want fame. He didn't want to be the best. He wanted somebody he could have fun with, like a rival, somebody he can
Yeah.
have with like a brother. And he never lost track, even though everybody's like boo. They all look down upon him at times because he didn't help them. He always was looking and searching for someone. And then when his monster saw Isagi, and it just like that's what you want from a protagonist. Like Gon and
Yeah,
Killua, you want that.
yeah, and also, yeah, you also, I think it's a symbolic of Isagi, right? He's a fucking monster in the future, right? Like,
I
he's
can't
legitimately
wait.
a
I
monster.
can't
Yeah,
wait.
he's gonna be, yeah. That's my guess. I mean, we don't really know, but he's gonna start eating up probably a bunch of different other players. I won't say. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah. I think he's been since the very beginning the most interesting, like, weird character, right?
Yeah.
Like at the very beginning, remember, is Isagi decided to fucking pummel the number one player, right? At the very beginning, like,
Oh,
oh, you're the
he's
best,
about to
right?
face him
Yeah.
now. He's gonna face him again now.
No, I'm talking about the very first episode, right?
Oh yeah, when he
It
got
was
rid of him. Yeah.
yeah, Bachi was like, no, I like you because here I'm gonna pass this ball. I know exactly what you're gonna do, and he just fucking pummels the number one player. It was like, that was
Alright,
good.
man. Everybody go check out Blue Lock. Blue Lock is if you love anime and if you enjoy sports. I know not everybody likes sports.
Yeah.
if you enjoyed this is really, really good. It's an awesome anime, great characters. I feel like every single character is so unique and great. It's a good show. You're not gonna be bored. Recommended from both of us. Approved. We're signing with that.
Yep.
And with that, we have one more topic that I completely forgot about, and that's my bad moto. And this is going to be a weekly segment we're going to try to do going forward. We're going to try to name our weekly top 5 of shows, episode, movie,
Fuck.
whatever we watched. I'll take over this week. I'll do it this week. You got next week.
Oh, I
So
will say some. I'll say some. I'll say
okay,
some.
so
Yeah.
this week we're not just gonna do this week. We're gonna do so far this month. Okay, I want to do this month because I've
Oh,
watched
this
some.
month. Cool.
Yeah, so I watched some stuff this month, so I want to talk about that. Show, movie, whatever it is. So to start off, this month's top 5. My number 5 would be My Hero Academia. Even though I consider it the best anime of this season, I consider, even though I consider it, I just have it at there because other things exceeded it because of the expectations I have. They surpassed it. Furzy, this is an Indian drama, Indian show. I know Moto, you probably don't watch it. It's not
Yeah.
this. Even though you can watch it in English, it is actually a very unique cops meets gangster meets like Ocean's 11 type. It's a very good cops and robber, whatever you want to call it. It's a very good show. I really enjoyed it. One of my favorite Indian actors in it, and he killed it. Great build up. Season 2 is coming out. It's not a spoiler. Go watch the show. Well, season 2, show this ended, so season 2, God knows when it comes out. Number 3 is Blue Lock. Blue Lock exceeded expectation. I didn't think this anime would be so dope. Like, it legit is so dope. I look forward to seeing it every single week right after MHA. Respectfully, MHA should be higher, but I mean, I'm keeping it there for now. It's still top 5. Last of Us is number 2. It could be number 1.
Whoa.
It can be number 1.
Oh
but,
shit.
but there's this
Oh
one
shit.
show. There's this one show, and there's this one show that exceeded every single expectation, and I had so much fun watching it every single episode. That's Vox Machina. Vox Machina was amazing this season. Amazing this season. I gotta give them props. They actually delivered. I love the character building. I love the power ups. I love the dragons. Vox Machina was dope. Vox Machina takes a cake because I was getting 3 episodes a week, and I'm kind of being selfish and biased because I was getting more than Last of Us was giving us. So,
Well, that's not true because last of each episode is more than 3 of their episode.
shh. It's a capitalist mentality, bro. More is better. More is better.
Well, it's not more. That's what I'm saying. It's not more.
Fine. Vox Machina is number
Right.
2. Last of Us number 1.
There you go.
Moto.
Yes, I could give you my 5 as well. Thank you for reminding me about the Vox Machina, though.
You're welcome.
I'm not really. So, number 5 for me. To be honest, I don't know number 5. But I just put what I just watched, which is Vinland Saga.
Okay.
It's number 5 for me. I know it's a very divisive anime right now because I think I told you beforehand that this arc and the future arc is very, very different from the first season, right? It's actual growth of Thorfinn instead of what's actually happening in the area instead of that's what it was about last year, season 1. Number 4 is My Hero Academia. Yeah, the War Saga, I guess. I think I'm kind of including the whole season right now, to be honest.
Me too.
If it was just this week or last couple of weeks, I would probably not have them up there. Number 3 is Vox Machina. I agree with everything what you just said. It's a great show. It's been it's fantastic. I don't know if I actually like the 3 episode per week kind of thing. It seems like it's over so quickly.
I know, because you wanted so more. And
yeah,
they
I
give you
do.
the perfect 3 episodes too.
Yeah, and I kind of I would actually say the opposite of what you said, which is like I want more of it, like Last of Us, where it's 1 hour episode and it lasts for 12 weeks. That would have been nice. But it's a 20-minute episode just like anime. So we got 9 episodes of anime in 3 weeks, which is still nice. It was great storytelling. Pacing is fantastic. Music's fun. You saw a lot of character develop from different ones than you got from season one, and it seems to be more focused story now. Season one was kind of bunch of little stories, and then at the last part it came into one story. But this one, it's one objective that they're trying to accomplish that they're kind of on a journey for. Number two is a manga, and it's called Dan Da Dan. It is fantastic. Cannot wait to have this animated. It's gonna be so good. It is going to be so good. So I started a while back, but I stopped reading because I didn't have the membership to keep reading it. But I decided to pay for the membership, and so I'm now catching up. So when I first started, it was more just comedy,
Yeah.
but now it's fucking comedy, and the action is so good. I
Really?
cannot wait for you guys to watch this. I guarantee you, if it's
What's the name
animated
of it? What's the
properly,
name of it, Moto?
Dan Da Dan.
Look out for it. I'm gonna be looking out for it.
Yeah, it is. It's not a kids show though. It's a funny, but it's not a kids show.
If a kid is watching our podcast, turn
Yeah,
it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Turn the shit
And-
off. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but we're old as fuck, and
Yeah,
we're not
yes,
for
we
our-
are.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't give a shit. And I gotta give credit to Last of Us. That's a masterful storytelling so
Hold on, what was
far.
it? Oh, Dun Dun Dun. Yeah, Dun 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 was number 2. Your
Dun,
manga,
dun, dun,
yeah,
number
yeah.
two, yes.
Yeah,
I'm
so that's-
telling you. Actually, if people are wondering which manga to read that one. That one is fucking great. It's great. It's great.
Okay, I
I
guess.
don't want to spoil, so I can't say anything other than great.
I was actually gonna start Hunter x Hunter.
Oh shit! Yeah, you should read Hunter x Hunter. Actually, no.
Alright, Hunter x Hunter or Dun Dun Dun. And we're signing off after this. This is the last question. Moto is gonna answer the toughest
Motherfucker.
question. What do I read first? Dun 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 or Hunter x Hunter? We should have
Hunter x Hunter.
Ah, that was too easy for him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am like biasly addicted to Hunter x Hunter. I got a little pause initially when you asked that, but I was like, no, go to Hunter x Hunter. Because if Dan Da Dan was finished already, then I would say Dan Da Dan.
Hunter x Hunter's finished.
But it's not finished, so there's either one's not finished, so you're gonna have to wait either one. So go with Hunter x Hunter.
I wonder how long the writer is gonna be on break this time.
Fuck you, man. Let's not talk about this. Oh, here's a funny thing. It's like I'll finish with last comment. So the lighter teased the images from the manga, and it was this one picture, and people like just trying to guess, having fun with it. It is fucking dark. That scene was one of the darkest shit. He was like trolling everybody. It's like, yeah, people have no idea what they were guessing about there.
Alright, with that, thank you everybody for tuning in for another Monday episode of Last of Us Plus, our opinionated anime topic. We'll be back again next week. Same time, same place for me and Moto. You guys know the time or the place. So tune in. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. And thank you for being part of A.S M Sekai. And as always, peace out.
Peace.